Hello and welcome to a demo of a game. This game, Loop Hero, is going to be releasing on March 4th. Right now you can play the demo for free, and then once the full game releases you'll be able to actually play the full game. This is a game that comes in the style that I've really enjoyed in the past, as well as some of the stuff. It's also got really great artistic style to it. Stuff. Intro. You can download the demo. It's really fast to download the demo. Basically, short form, this guy right here, the Lich, is destroying the world and covering it in darkness and making it so that nobody remembers anything. This is what we all know the world to be now. And the main character, this one, is basically the only person here. The way that this game works is that he makes circuits around the loop, and then you have to escape the world in order to retain any of your crafting recipes, and so you basically play a cycle as long as you can. This is the progress of the day. Every time the day completes, new monsters spawn on the loop, and then here is the enemy level, which means they keep getting tougher and tougher as you go, so eventually you will die if you don't escape the loop. And what I'm not sure about is whether or not you complete, or whether or not you increase the enemy level when you come back to camp and do another cycle, or whether you increase the enemy level on a new day. I think you just get new monsters on a new day. So he will run on his own. He'll battle on his own, and I can hit space to go between planning mode and adventure mode, or right click. So blah blah blah. Night happens, creatures spawn. He battles on his own. He just remembered slimes because he encountered them. You can hover over things. If I click, it'll do the auto battling, but you can look at yourself, you can look at these, it tells you what their HP is, damage, attacks per second, and I don't know if the thing underneath that is stuff that they drop or just like their traits, but as the blue bar fills up, they do the attacks. Hard to fight with your bare hands. I got an axe. I got a grove. And so things that you put on, like if I were to look at this here, then you see over here, when you're not hovering anything, your stats appear here. If you hover over a space that has something, it shows something like that. The wasteland has a 5% chance of spawning a slime once a day on each of these tiles. This grove spawns a rat wolf every 2 days, and it can move to an adjacent tile. So if it spawns here, it might move to there, and then 2 days later it would spawn another one here. This is the tutorial. At the end of it, they're going to make me leave. This is your hit points, by the way. So that was the second day that just hit. Also, if you hover over them, it does pause the battle, but switching your mode doesn't pause the battle. That's a good thing to know. So damage, 0.75 attacks per second does not tell me any of that, but now that I have that axe equipped, it tells me the benefits that I have. I have plus 9% damage from this axe, and I do 8 to 12 damage. I got a nice dagger. So I can get new items and cards during battle. Some items have unique abilities, as do most of the cards. By hovering over an item or card, you can inspect its properties, equip a new weapon, place a new card on the map to continue. The forest, nobody knows who or what could be lurking inside, makes you a bit nervous. You gain 1% hero attack speed, and you can place these anywhere. There's a lot of synergies that come from placing things. So like that gave me +1 hero attack speed. Now you can see I have 1% hero attack speed over here. This ritual sword does less damage, but it does 2 magic damage, which means that if I'm fighting something that's physically resistant, that could bypass it. Also, while it does less base damage, that 2 magic damage makes it 5 to 7 instead of 4 to 6. And then I have the rock here. I gain plus 2 HP, and I gain 2 more HP for every adjacent rock or mountain. So that's one of the things where you want to group things together. And as you place things, you get items in your backpack, which you can show or hide here. So I've got a preserved rock and stable wood. So continue my journey. And then I believe when I get back to camp here, it's going to force me to exit because this is the tutorial. I think it's time to have some rest. Press this. When you do the retreat thing, then you can choose to stay, but it won't let me do anything. Like, I can't continue because of the tutorial. But if I were to gain a whole bunch of stuff over here, and then I try to retreat, it will have me lose some of the resources that I've gathered when I retreat. Because of the tutorial, I keep all the resources. So, build campfire. I now have a camp. Common campfire. Hero restores 20% of his max HP upon entering the campfire tile. That's good. Since I don't have any more resources, I can't build anything else, but these are the other things available. I don't know what the different icons over here mean. But expedition, start. So this is my new loop. So because I retreated, my hero forgot everything. He forgot everything that was placed. He forgot everything that he acquired. So every time you finish an expedition, it resets all of this. Enemy round level, the day that it's at. You can adjust the game speed here if it's going too slow for you. And so once things start getting too difficult for you, you retreat, you build some more stuff at your camp, which gives you some upgrades for the next run, and then you start another expedition. Because I don't have any weapons, I have to slowly beat up a slime again. I did not get any equipment. A lighthouse, 40% movement speed within its range, and 20% attack speed for all units. So this blue aura here shows where you gain the movement and the benefits. Like if I put it there, that's a great location for that. You move faster through all that, which means you have a chance to get around the map and take on more enemies faster by having this here. Meadows heals 2 HP at the start of each day, and it's almost a new day, so I'm going to start tiling some meadows down here. And I'm at 244 of 250, so new day I just went up to 246. Yay, a shield. 4% attack speed and 4 defense. Nice. Another lighthouse. I think I'll do that so that when I get a new day or a new run, I can start out faster. Okay, a weapon. Good. Let's go into planning mode when this is over. So mountains are plus 5 HP for each adjacent rock or mountain. So let's just start slapping some mountains in here. Groves spawns a rat wolf every 2 days. Wolf can move to an adjacent tile. So you place these on your path. I'm going to put them here and there. So I'll probably miss this one this cycle. Oh yeah, 2 hits. 97 max HP, that's good. A ring, 2 damage to all, so if there's multiple enemies in a tile, like if there's a slime and a rat wolf in the same tile, then that will allow me to do 2 damage to everything. Right now, I think it's because of the demo, these are the only slots that are available, so even if I get something like a second ring, I can't equip it. And then another meadow, because it's almost a new day. I now gain 4 health per day. And a rock, I can slot that in here next to the mountain. Up to 367. And I just got something. I guess these stable branches. 3 to 5. It's weaker than what I currently have, and I can't throw it away. I'm not going to try right-clicking it because I don't know if that's going to replace it. Next time I get an upgrade, I'll try right-clicking. But also notice the background icon. The background of this shield is blue, whereas these are gray. There's a different rarity to equipment. Oh, hey, rocks. Let's throw some rocks in here around the mountains. Oof, I am almost one-shotting those. Okay, so what is that? Decreases the maximum number of monsters on adjacent tiles, and the effect of lanterns can stack. So what if we put that near the end of the run here? That way, if things are getting dangerous and I'm close to the camp, then I'll notice this has my heals 20% HP upon entering benefit from the upgrades made to my campfire earlier. But that way, if there's more enemies around here close to the end of the run, I have a chance to get there. A better chance to survive. This does not seem to, yeah, it doesn't affect the speed of battles. So, place for the dead and some of the living, spawns a skeleton every 3 days. Let's stick them close to the beginning, and then put another mountain in here. Be nice if I got some better gear. So far I've done a bunch of battles and I've only gotten 2 swords and those other things. So this ring, magic damage 2, damage to all 2, and attack speed 4%. Right clicking doesn't do anything that changes this. And a new sword 4 to 6, same, it just looks different. But when you equip something, it replaces up here, and so by putting it up there, I freed up some space down here, if that even makes a difference. Treasury gives a random resource after placing anything on an adjacent tile. Can't be built adjacent to anything. So I'd have to build that like out here. And then I could place other things next to it and get a random resource. But I'm going to keep putting my rocks and stuff over here adjacent to each other. Spiders, let's put that there. This Oblivion card erases any established tiles and monsters from the road. So if you're close to ending a run, but you're also close to death, you can use that to get rid of them. Spawns a chest at the start of each loop. Enemies on adjacent tiles can become ghosts. So if I were to put that here, then it may turn my undead into ghosts. If a spider moves here, then it, if a spider can get here, then it could turn into a ghost. If slimes are in here, it could turn into a ghost. But I may be able to just get a free chest in this range once per loop. Which means I probably should have put it down here. So that at the start of the loop, it's guaranteed to be past me instead of at the end of the loop. Okay, 87. This little icon next to the number, it has less HP than my current one. Like this one, less damage than my current one. So if you're not sure, you can just look at that little up-down icon and it will tell you whether or not it's got more or less stats than what you're currently using. So over here you can see I have a slime and a chest in the same one, so I'll have to kill the slime, then I can break the chest. Throw a vampire in there. Let's throw a meadow over here because they don't get a stacking bonus, but it gives me the resources for placing it next to that. What? I want to place rocks. Okay, fine then. I will put a rock there, and I'll put a mountain there. Also, okay, better shield, but I lose some attack speed for it. Much better sword. Look at the damage on that thing. Woof. But the amount of defense that this shield has, I think, far outstrips the 4% attack speed. Notice this goblin camp came in by itself. Spawns a goblin once a day, appears for every 10 mountain or rock tiles. So by placing a bunch of mountains and rocks, I've generated goblins. Goblins have remembered themselves. $7 to 11, significantly weaker than what I have. Here's where that damage to all comes in handy. Spiders hurt. Alright, let's throw another meadow over here. Let's throw another mountain next to this one. I'm wondering if it's giving me resources based on what I've got. Preserved rock and preserved pebbles. 10 pieces of pebbles from one preserved rock. So I've got 7 pebbles and 1 rock. These shields suck. Meadow. Oh, hey, what's that? A blooming meadow. Heals 3 HP at the start of each day. I have no idea why that one's blooming. They both are. Sweet. My meadows down here are not blooming. Oh, another Oblivion card. Okay. Evasion 7%. So I lose some attack speed and I lose damage to all, but I regen health constantly while running, and I have a chance to evade attacks entirely, so I'm going to swap to that one. The skeletons, undead, has a soul, plus 20% attack speed from the lighthouse. They have a high damage reduction. I don't know if I can get like a better weapon that offsets that. Ooh, what is that? 7% evasion, 7% vampirism. I lose the regen per second, but I steal health, and it's got magic damage and defense. I think the vampirism will, in the long term, make that better. Throw some more mountains there. I already have one battlefield here. So spawns a chest at the start of each loop. I have a chance to do something like this. And then a grow spawns a rat wolf every 2 days. Let's just throw another one of those up here. And the vampire gets added to battles around it. So now that I've encountered one, he has a little story-based thing. So I'm getting 2 health back with each one. Throw another vampire mansion in there. Let's add another meadow here. That one didn't bloom, unfortunately. Look at that. 2 goblins and 2 rat wolves. That's going to be a tough fight. Because they're going to be pounding on me the whole time. Identical shield. But my evade is helping. 382 max HP compared to 97. Yoink! That'll definitely make a difference. The thing about goblins, they attack fast. Attacks per second 0.85 versus 0.75. Look at them go. Ouch. What was that? Living on his old rage, enrages after an ally dies. Oof. Don't kill the wolves, kill the goblin. Oh, you idiot. Switch to planning mode because I just got a bunch of stuff. Okay. Counter is nice, but I'm not ready to get rid of 7% evasion and 7% vampirism. What counter does is when they hit you, you hit back. Pretty basic. Road lantern. Let's throw that next to the goblins. Yeah. So, I think this cemetery created itself based on having two battlefields overlapping? Yeah, getting my 2 health back is not making much of a difference right now. I think I'm going to want to retreat after this round. Alright. Throw some more mountains up there. Throw some rocks here. Get some benefits. More meadows. Hey, hey, that one's blooming. Nice. Oh, wait. Armor. So, 7% counter, 2 magic damage. I lose a lot of max HP, which is going to make a big difference, especially since I'm already so injured. But the counter could make me win battles more quickly. I think for now I'm not going to do it though. What is that? A shield. 9 defense versus 15, but counter reach per sec and vampirism. That vampirism could make a huge difference. Vampirism goes up, reach per sec, and attack speed. But I lose all the evasion. The evasion, I think, is one of the main things that kept me alive. So let's see what we get there. Chest is here. It's going to move down. I probably won't survive getting to there because, look, there's 2 goblins on this tile already. And by the time I get there, it'll probably be another day, so I'll probably have 3 goblins, and they are just too much. Now, I think because I'm trying to retreat on the camp, I get to keep all resources. I think if I try to retreat out here, I lose a percentage of resources. So I think I'm just going to retreat because I think the chest will help out with this stuff, but it's not likely to give me much in the way of resources that would really help me out long term. And now that I'm back, there's people. And if you really want to read this and figure out who's saying what without pausing the video constantly, the demo is free. And since that's what I'm playing, you're not going to be missing anything. She just gave me a few resources, and so whatever this is that she gave me, food supply. Hunger is still here, you need all the means you can to fight it, so I'm going to need food supply to make smithy and herbalist's hut and field kitchen. 10% to the campfire's healing power and unlocks the Blood Grove card. So yeah, that is Loop Hero, and if you're interested, like I said, game releases on March 4th, and so it's got a little bit of time between me recording this and actually it going up on YouTube. There will only be a week or 2 left before it launches, but yeah, give the demo a shot. I'll link it in the description below, and you'll be able to determine for yourself whether or not you like the game based on the demo gameplay. And if you do, write As of the time that I got it, it was 15% off, brought down to like $12, but normally it's like $14.99. But this is a really interesting game, and I appreciate a lot of the ways that they've developed it. So if you're interested in this type of game, then give it a shot. Anyways, like, comment, subscribe. Love to know what you think about the kinds of things that I look into, but always enjoy having people around to see what we got. Have a good day, and see you in the next video.